would like to kind of get started so we can move through this while they finish setting up the percussion equipment here. Good afternoon, my name is Ben Posey and I'm the Jazz Education Chair for the Alabama Bandmasters Association. On behalf of the Alabama Music Educators Association, I would like to welcome you to the All-State Silver High School Jazz Band Concert here at the 2023 AMEA In-Service Conference. Thank you for being here. At this time, please take a moment to silence any electronic devices and please keep them silenced for the duration of the performance. While you do this, I would like to thank our sponsors, Arts Music Company and Gadsden Music Company, for their support of this event. I must also thank Nick McDonald, our Jazz Education Vice Chair, for all he has done to help. If you've not already done so, please find one of the program flyers and use your phone to scan the QR code for today's program. Now I'm proud to introduce our Alabama All-State Silver High School Jazz Band clinician, Dr. Dave Camwell. An abbreviated version of his international music resume is in the program. I hope you will take time to read about his biography, his past achievements, and future musical endeavors. He wanted you to know he has done more for the jazz education than the Titanic did for the winter cruise industry. We were actually going to start with jokes earlier. That came up and now it's in his biography. So we quickly digress. That is obviously not true. We are proud to have him as our Silver Band clinician. I know you're looking forward to hearing this ensemble. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the 2023 Alabama All-State Silver High School Jazz Band under the direction of Dr. Dave Camwell.
Well, thank you very much. And it's all true about the Titanic. Then we go on. I am Dave Camwell. I'm fortunate to teach at Troy University, and I've been very, very lucky and privileged to get to work with this fine looking group behind me, fine sounding group, the Silver Jazz Band. Many thanks to Ben and Nick for inviting me and to the AMA conference. You heard from solos, you heard Parker Hall on trombone, Andy Sheng on alto, Braden Jackson on trumpet, and Tristan Hinton on drums. Let's hear it for our soloists. Has anyone here heard of a group called the Beatles? Yes? Okay. Got a couple fans out there. That's good. You may know this one. So this is Eric Richards' treatment of one of their tunes called Eleanor, Rigby, and it's actually very beautiful. And in many ways, it's actually our most complicated tune. Most tunes are in 4 or 8 bar phrases, and we've gotten very used to that. This one has a bunch of 5 bar phrases, which doesn't sound like a lot. It's just one more number, but it actually is fairly complicated to put together, and so it's been a good challenge for us to do. You're going to hear, well, I'll announce the solos after, but it's a nice feature for tenor and trombone, and we have some a beautiful thing for listening for. In the second half of the tune starts this kind of almost like a Bach-like treatment, very contrapuntal, starting in the piano with Josh over there, and it builds and builds and builds, and it gets super cool. So we hope you enjoy Eleanor, Rigby. Thank you very much. So that, as you can tell, featured a bunch of our very talented solos. We had John Baumbach on tenor, Seth Compton, the one and only, on trombone, Josh Whipple on piano, Alan Head on trumpet, and Will Sanderson on guitar. Nice job, soloists. All right, next we've got a great, one of my favorite shuffle tunes. This is written by Goodwin and it's called High Maintenance. It's a bit of a real fun one for us to play. And you may know the name Goodwin. He leads a very famous big band in LA, and also does a lot of studio writing. Those of you that have seen the movie The Incredibles and countless other pictures by Pixar, he's written a lot of the music for that. So, but this is in his big band vein, and is going to feature John again on tenor, Will on guitar again, and Tristan yet again on drums. So we hope you enjoy High Maintenance. Thank you very much. That concludes the shuffle part of the evening, or the afternoon as it is. We're going to go to a tune by Fred Sturm, and for those of you that heard the last band, did a very nice job on his tune Chronometry, which is definitely one of my favorites. This is also another one that I just love doing. I think it's a tune that kind of expands and rolls, and just when you think you know what's going on with this tune, it changes quite a lot, and it's a really fantastic solo vehicle as well, using the melodic minor scale. So all sorts of goodness and really interesting textures. So I do hope and think that you will like this one. It's entitled Ascending by Fred Sturm, and it's going to feature Josh again. I was going to say on tenor, but actually he's got this cool wind instrument that is ready to go. So you hear some kind of cool wind synth sounds happen, and it's really cool. Braden again will come up here on trumpet, and I will have some Josh Whipple on keys as well, who's going to be starting us off and featured throughout this tune. Ascending by Fred Sturm. Thank you so much. That's such a cool show. I'm so glad we were all able to share that together. Well, from one style to another, that's the great thing about jazz. Jazz is such a really catch-all word. There's so many different types and different styles, and indeed we're going to do one on a totally different chart now, entitled African Skies. This is originally a Brecker tune, Michael Brecker saxophone, and a small group tune, and was turned into a really cool big band version by a very talented arranger from Denmark. So we're going to feature Braden again, and as well Dominic Geiger on tenor, and Tristan again on drums. So this is African Skies. All right, well, we have two more left for you, and this one, again, is based on something very different than what we've done before. This is actually based on a nursery rhyme, and I hear quite a lot of those as I have a 6-year-old. And the title is Three Hip Mice, and it's based on three blind mice. And so it's being jazzed up, as we jazzers like to do. And it's going to feature Braden again, as well as Andy on alto, and Dominic again on tenor. So this is a fun kind of take on nursery rhyme. So we hope you enjoy it. Three Hip Mice.
I'd like to, I just want to take a second, say thank you again to Dr. Camwell, to these students. It's a phenomenal performance. They have one more piece left. I'll let him introduce that in a second, the soloist. But I wanted to present him with this plaque to Dr. Dave Camwell by the Alabama Bandmasters Association Jazz Division in appreciation for your outstanding work as the director of the 2023 Alabama All-State Silver Jazz Band. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you, everybody. And again, thank you to Ben and to Nick McDonald and all of AMEA for making me feel so welcome and doing so much of the behind-the-scenes work that it really doesn't get enough credit. So very, very thankful for that. And as I will echo really what's been said by some of the other directors, thank you to all the parents and the administrators and the teachers who also do largely and often unsung work. As a parent myself, I'm well aware of that. So thank you, heartfelt thank you for you for supporting your students, our burgeoning young musicians, and letting them come to events like this. And I would encourage, as much as possible, anything that is not a video game is all right by me, I have to say. Yeah? How do we feel about the parents? You notice they haven't looked at their phone for the last 40 minutes? Also good. All right. We're going to close with a standard of the big band lexicon. It really wouldn't be a concert without a Count Basie tune. So this is one of the most famous Count Basie tunes called Basie Straight Ahead. It's going to feature, who's going to feature? It is going to feature Josh again on piano, John on tenor, and Colin Westland, who's been doing a hero's work back there on vibes for very little recognition. Let's hear it for Colin. It's not easy being the vibes player, so we're very thankful for you. All right, so this is our last tune. Thank you again for having me and to this great band behind me. And we've got the Gold Band coming up, which is very exciting. So, Basie Straight Ahead.
Thank you.